Now that you're at that point,
remember in this conversation.
sorry, wait for my question. Wait for my question. Building on your answer, please tell us whether it was you or the DP that appointed agents.
Yes, it is.
Who, between you and the DP, the Democratic Party, who appointed agents? Was it you or the party?
Both of us, me and the party.
Very good.
Have you filed the appointment letter of Gilbert in your petition?
Must be there.
Yes, I can see council is looking for it, so we'd like to see that.
As your council helps you to get the appointment letter of Frank Gilbert, when did you learn that Simon was the agent at Kitibori Stream 1?
He wasn't an agent, that is what I'm saying.
When did you learn about it? My question.
I only see it, I only saw it during when at the talent center, when we got information that at Kitibori, all our agents had been chased away. How they got Simon, we can't know, because Simon is just a supporter, he is not an agent. And we will prove it.
When did Gilbert tell you he was chased away from Stream 1?
During counting.
Or during counting?
Yes.
Okay. So during the day, Gilbert did not tell you there was any problem at Kitibori or during the voting. Is that correct?
Correct.
There was no problem with the voting at Kitibori.
Correct.
Thank you. And during the voting, Gilbert was your agent, as you say.
Correct.
Okay. You found the letter of appointment of Gilbert? We're looking for the letter of appointment. You have it? Yes or no, please?
Who did you appoint as your agent?
We have not for that is for
We are talking about Stream 1, Mheshimiwa. Please don't take us to where we are not.
you can continue looking for it.
So you have none
It is there.
at the moment.
We can also look at dairy. We will see in
It's for you to show us, all right? You have disowned Namo, who was the Democratic Party's agent. So it's for you now to show us who you appointed, right? So my question was, this Gilbert, whoever it is, confirmed that he was present all the way from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. during voting.
Correct.
Now you're talking about opaque counting. Now that Gilbert was excluded from the counting, who told you about the opaque counting?
He told me there was no counting at
Who told you about it?
the same girl that told me there was no counting that took place at Kitibori.
All right. But he was excluded, so how did he know about it?
If it is being counted in his absence and he's his agent.
He's talking of opaque. He did not say there was no counting. You're talking about opaque, meaning that there was counting that went on, right? Just that it was opaque.
If they
So how
are,
did he know that and he was not in the counting hall?
if you have excluded your
Just tell us how he knew, because he was not in the counting hall according to evidence. How did he know?
are you going to you cannot agree with the results that are being counted in your absence and you are the witness. That is how it is becoming opaque.
Mheshimiwa,
Unless there is another meaning of the word opaque.
Mheshimiwa, this petition, you're actually the one who signed it, meaning that you drafted it. So you understand your own language. The language you have used is opaque counting. My question is, if Gilbert was excluded from the counting hall, how did he know it was opaque? That's my question. Just answer that question.
Because you should have been included as my witness.
All right. At what point did he tell you about the opaque counting? What time did he tell you?
It is during when the counting process commenced, when they were testing.
Around what time? Tell us the time. Because you know when you talk to him.
From 5.
From 5. What steps did you take to make sure that the counting was not opaque? As a candidate?
There's nothing would have done because already the area had been infiltrated by rogue youths.
Did you go to MBEERE?
You could not have
Did you
accessed that
go?
area. Me, I did not.
You did not. So what steps did you take? What steps did you take to ensure that the counting was transparent?
There's nothing I did there.
You did nothing.
It was above my capacity.
That's okay. Did you inform your party?
Yes, I did.
What steps did the party take?
There's nothing. That was happening, and then we got to the tallying center.
Forget about the talent center. We'll come to that. So your party also did nothing about the opaque counting, right?
Nothing, only that we raised the issue with the returning officer during tallying.
But yesterday you told us that the yes,
Which I can confirm whether it is 1 or 2.
you say
But they were done in one room, Your Honor.
it was done in one room.
Yes.
So how did you know all this? You're no agent, you're not there, your party was not there. How did you know this?
I have a supporter who was there.
Oh, a supporter.
Yes. And he's a witness.
And the supporter was inside the polling, the counting hall.
He was there, you see,
In the counting hall.
And if you stand there near the window, you see everything.
So it was outside.
It was with him.
Was he inside the counting hall is my question. Yes,
It was
sir.
outside.
It was outside the counting hall.
Yes.
All right. But he was not your agent.
He was not my agent.
So how did he access the counting area without accreditation?
But that area, Your Honor, was even being assessed by the agent.
Just answer my
by the
question.
youths.
Just answer my question.
Even though the youths were there.
Please answer my question. We heard you yesterday, so just answer my question. How did he access it without accreditation?
First thing is local, so they know each other.
By ID.
That is how we just ended there. And at the same time,
We are dealing
I am
with
getting information from 2 persons.
we are dealing with your petition, so just answer my question.
Let
How
me
did he
make it
access?
clear, if it is allowed.
How did he access the voting area without accreditation by IBC? That's my question, a very simple question. How?
He was not alone, there were so many. Surely. He was not alone. You know how counting is done.
And that you confirm was your supporter, right?
As a supporter,
Uh-huh. So you are confirming to this court that your supporters actually invaded the polling station. Correct?
polling station.
Yes. The counting hall is the polling station. So you're confirming that your supporters actually invaded the polling station. Yes or no?
There's nothing that he did. How I take the word in fashion.
He had no accreditation, but he found himself there. So can you confirm that it's your supporters who invaded this polling station?
They never
Yes or
invaded.
no?
They never invaded.
They never invaded.
Yes.
So did you protest to the IBC after you learned about the counting? Did you protest?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Where is the letter that you protested?
There was no letter, but when we raised the matter, the returning officer said that they had already signed
You raised the matter
We
where?
stopped at that.
Where did you raise the matter?
during tallying.
I'm talking about counting. Let's not confuse the two.
No counting, we were not there, Your Honor.
You were not there.
Yes.
So you did not raise any objection.
Yes.
All right. And this supporter who was feeding you this information also did not object at the counting.
I cannot object. You see, it's not accredited.
All right. So do you have a problem with the results that were announced to Gitiburi?
Yes, I have a problem.
What is the problem with them?
In fact, according to me, there's no election at Kitiburi.
Election or counting? I thought you told us the election went on without any problem.
No, what happened earlier to invalidate that process is what is making me say that there is no election Because
I think you're confusing us now because you told us that voting went on without any issue, right? The only issue you had with Kitiboro was accounting. So can we stick to what you have told us?
I stick
testimony.
to what I've said, but
Which
when
is-
it comes to counting, that is where now the hell broke.
Precisely,
Yes.
right? So, did you ask IBC to recount in your presence?
I was not there.
Did your party ask IBC to recount Kitibori stream 1 or 2?
I said what I did is, Your Honor is only
Yes,
raised
sir.
the matter during tallying center.
Just
The
a
tallying
second.
center.
Did
That
the
is what
party
I
ask
did.
for recount?
No.
That's my question.
For it, no.
Do you know that the law allows you, or allowed you, to request for recount 2 times? Do you know that?
Counsel, your way around this thing, and he has already said he had no agent. He said, how could he ask for a call?
Fair
You
enough.
are also picking up the particulars.
Fair enough.
Because I'm writing this thing over and over, it's,
Sorry, my
it
lord.
doesn't make sense. Do you know what is a police sentence?
Fair enough, my lord. I'm guided. You talk about the tallying center. Who was excluded from the tallying center?
Our agents,
Your agent.
my agents never.
Are you talking about the tallying center?
Tallying center at Shiakawa, where the results were pronounced, we didn't have any agents. We only had the chief agent alone.
Chicago what?
Shiakawa.
What's the name of the place?
Chicago secondary school.
Chicago Secondary School.
Chicago girls.
Chicago girls. But you are present.
Yes, I was present.
All right. And the tallying went on well.
Tallying went on well.
You have no problem with the tallying at Chicago girls.
I raised the matter where I had a problem.
You have no issue with the tallying at Chicago girls, right?
I have an issue because it was done also without my agents. And yes, and I was guided here that my agents were supposed to be there.
I'm asking you because you are present. Do you have a problem with what happened in your presence?
Yes, because there was nobody who could guide me. The agent was the one who could have guided me in case there's wrong results that are being posted.
All right. Now, the returning officer tallied the results from Getibori. Did you raise any objection?
Yes, we raised.
In what form did you raise that objection?
It is my chief officer who raised it.
Chief
But
officer.
the answer was that the agents, your agents have signed. That was the answer.
So you had a chief officer with you in the tallying center?
Correct.
All right.
Are you talking about the chief officer?
Chief agent, not chief officer.
So you are with your chief agent at the tallying center?
Yes,
All right. And you raised an objection.
yes.
What objection did you raise?
We said that the Getibori should be set aside because the tallying of results was done in absence of our agents. Our agents had been chased away. And therefore, we do not believe that those were true results of that polling station.
All right. And I'm sure the returning officer referred you to the Form 35A for Stream A and Stream 1 and Stream 2 at Getibori. I'm sure the returning officer referred you to those forms.
Correct, he looked at that signature, which was been
And
disowned.
at that point, you learned that your agent at Getibori was Simon Nam, correct?
Yes, we and he's not.
My question is, you learned at that point.
Correct.
All right. Did you write any objection?
There is a
Rezoning this agent?
I'm saying I raised the objection during tallying.
All right. Verbally.
Yes. Through my chief agent.
Through your chief agent. Yes. Now, yesterday you mentioned Cabinet Secretary Ruku at length. What was your case?
And there was a directive that tallying or counting of votes should not start until he comes.
Are you there when you give that directive?
My agent was there.
The same case?
Gilbert.
All right. And Gilbert, CS Loco gave this directive to who?
The presiding officer.
Presiding officer.
Yes.
In stream 1 or stream 2?
And he communicated.
Stream 1 or 2? Which stream? Which officer?
Stream 1, agent.
Stream 1.
Where Gilbert was.
So that information was given to the person, no? Who was it given to?
The body to the presiding officer.
Stream 1 or stream 2?
Both presiding officers at
Both streams, presiding officers. And Gilbert was involved.
Gilbert was not. There was another one called around somebody Karaoke who is not here. Yes, you.
Okay. And he's coming to give that evidence.
Yes, you can.
All right. Ground 9. You see that there was a. Was this done by Leo Mudende?
Not Leo,
Not Leo Mudende. So who did it? Who did it?
It is the respondent. It is the respondent who allowed
Yes.
people from outside
Yes.
to get access to election materials.
And by election material you mean
On top of the votes.
the votes.
Yes.
So where did that happen? Precisely Gitibori. Any other station? Only Gitibori.
Yes, Gitibori.
All right. So then you're abandoning paragraph 42A, B of your petition. Is that correct? Are you abandoning that? Paragraph 42A and B? So that we are left with C and D. Is that correct?
Yeah?
Is that correct? You're abandoning paragraph 42A and B. 42A and B. A and B.
All of this? No.
I'm talking about A and B, please concentrate. You have told us that that happened only at the Kitibori, but in that paragraph you have Kaungo and you have Siani. So are you abandoning A and B?
What happened at
Are you
Siani is
abandoning
different.
A and
No,
B?
I'm not abandoning Siani. What happened at Siani is something different.
All right.
Yes.
So what happened at Kaungo? Now that you're not abandoning it, what happened?
Allow me to abandon Kaungo, but maintain Siani.
That is 42A
Yes.
that you abandoned. All right. So you maintain B.
Correct.
So what happened at Siani?
Siani, Waona, you can see what happened. That unused ballot papers were removed, bundled and stored and secured and undeclared, without sealing in tamper-proof envelopes and without documentation in the polling stations.
So who told you this? Are you there?
We have a witness for that.
Who is that?
You'll be coming to testify.
Yes, who is that?
Can't remember his name.
Was he your agent?
Yes, my
The
agent.
agent. All right. Very well. And at Gitibori, the same thing?
At Gitibori, I have a witness again.
So what happened at Gitibori in terms of security of the materials?
At Gitibori, Waona, what happened is that when fire broke out, there was some fire that broke out, and immediately it was put off. So it did not damage anything. But what happened is that the boxes were removed and taken outside to an unmarked car, vehicle which was outside, within the outside space. Again, not the box from the room that had caught fire alone that was taken out. Even the other room which was not affected, also the box was removed and taken in that car, which had been parked in the compound. And for 40 minutes. The exercise stopping for 40 minutes. And when that happened, when these boxes were being removed, that is when the CS came. And he demanded to be shown the Democratic Party agents. And he allegedly saying that they were the ones who were trying
You're
to...
mixing up issues. You were talking about chain of custody.
That is what I was trying to explain, because
No. Let's
the
go
boxes
let's
are...
go systematically, please. Just listen to the questions. So,
My Lord, the witness is not being allowed to fully answer questions. He has been stopped as he was explaining the break, what happened in that particular station.
There's no requirement to explain during cross-examination.
Much of it.
That's where the examination comes.
thank you, my lord. But you confirm that there was fire at Litibori,
There was fire.
all right? And you also confirm that it was reasonable of the IPC officials to secure the ballot from the fire.
Yes, but the time they were removing, there was no
Let's
fire.
go slowly. Let's go slowly. You'll answer those questions. Do you confirm that it was reasonable of
It was reasonable, yes.
Thank you. And therefore, there was no offense in securing the ballot from the fire. They did no offense in
Would
securing.
that be a position he can take? You see, only a judge can say it was an offense.
Well, he's a witness, so he can
You
describe
can't
the
say whether
offense.
there was an offense.
Fair enough.
I think one of the things I said in my ruling
Yes.
is that some of those deep issues about offenses can only be determined
Yes.
in the courts that people suggested.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. But you confirm that after the fire was put out, the counting went on.
No,
There was no counting.
there was no council.
Okay.
They delayed for more than 40 minutes.
But
If
resumed
you
after
need,
that.
if you need an explanation.
But it resumed after that. Fair enough. As I leave that ground, perhaps you can tell us, did your agent who was present at the voting,
When we talk of streams, is that language still used?
No.
I think it's polling center, is it?
Polling
Station.
Polling station
Uh,
is a room polling center.
during the voting, during the day, so that you can help us understand where you got this idea of ballot starting from, did your agents tell you the ballot numbers or the serial numbers of the ballot papers that were used?
No.
They did not tell you.
Yes, sir.
So you don't know the serial numbers
I don't know.
of the ballot papers?
I don't.
All right. But confirm that all the time, even when the ballot papers were taken to the unmarked vehicle, as you said, it was IBC that was in charge of the material, and not anybody else.
You can't tell them, you cannot explain, because even those who are carrying the ballot boxes were not IBC officials.
How did you know that?
You hear it when a witness comes here.
So you're relying on your witness?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Finally, ground 10, where you say there was misuse of resources and abuse of public office. Who did this? Was it Honorable Omadenda? Was it?
Not Honorable Omadenda. Omadenda is not a state officer.
Thank you. So who did this? Who abused state resources?
Home, CSO Home. There was the CSO who. There was they were using official cars. Although all number plates had been removed, we couldn't tell even what was happening. In fact, it was even difficult for IBC to enforce electoral code of conduct. Only enforce electoral code of conduct even when all vehicles are removed number plates. You don't know the owners.
Did IBC tell you that they were not able to?
You are not.
Did they tell you?
How even
Did
you,
they
how
tell
can
you?
you identify?
Did they tell you? That's the question.
How can you? It's not possible. I think that is even a.
So you're the one answering for IBC.
Yes, I'm answering because it's not possible.
All right. Now, is Honorable Ruku a registered member, a registered voter in MBEERE North?
He must be. I think it's for.
At Kitibori.
Yes.
So when he was at Kitibori, he was at his polling station.
He was at his polling station or.
Polling station. And so by going to Kitibori, he did not misuse state resources. Correct?
The misuse of state resources is not just for the deploy alone. It is how they were using all those vehicles during that
My
campaign.
question was specific. Just answer my question. It was a very specific one. By going to Kitibori, did he abuse state resources?
The purpose for him,
Yes or no?
yes,
He abused.
yes,
What resources did he abuse?
yes, they are using state, they are using government vehicles.
Is he
Not
assigned?
coming alone to
Is Honorable Ruku assigned a government vehicle?
mask.
Must be. All right. And there's a rule that he should not go to vote driving in that vehicle.
Me, I don't know.
You need to educate us. You need to educate us.
Your Honor, I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes.
All right. Are you aware that your party leader, J.B. Musuri, is a retired state officer?
Yes, it is. I can't set on that too.
Okay. And are you aware that he is also assigned government vehicles? Did he use the government vehicle to go around himself?
I don't know.
You don't know. You
I
don't
don't
know.
have the numbers.
All right. I put it to you that he was, and in that case, you don't think he also abused the resources? You don't think so?
Can you abuse the resources? That is what is assigned to him, and he is a retired officer.
Thank you. But it was an abuse for Roko to use the vehicle he's assigned.
You see,
Yes,
He said he doesn't know whether he had a state vehicle.
yes.
So all those questions are not recorded.
fair enough. Honorable Kariuki, as I sit down to give my colleagues a chance to examine you, are you aware that Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome was born and brought up in Kiandu? Are you aware?
I don't know.
You don't know. So that on the voting day she was actually home.
She's not a voter yet.
I'm not talking about a voter, I'm talking about being at home.
We have no problem with them being at Riandu, Your Honor. What we are saying is what they are doing when they come there. We have a problem with the violence that they are causing. Even if they would have come there, they would have been silent.
Relax, Mheshimiwa. We were dealing with the abuse of state resources. I want that be it for me, my colleagues.
The commander for the correspondence.
Yes, agree for the four as current. Good afternoon, Mr. Kariuki.
Good afternoon, sir.
I will be seeking some responses from you
Yes, Your Honor.
with regard to the matters that you have brought for education.
Yes, Your Honor.
And as an officer of the court, my role is to ensure that justice is done to all the parties in the suit.
And not
whether the petitioner, whether, allow me, I'll ask you a question, I'm just making a comment. Allow me. Everybody gets justice, that's what
our client gets justice, not everybody.
That's what I've sworn forth. That I do justice.
There is no such a oath. You are here specifically for a certain candidate.
Currently, I'm representing the fourth respondent,
Very well.
but as an advocate of this court, I have an extra duty to ensure that justice is universally served. That's why we are called officers of the court. And maybe the representing the fourth respondent today, and then tomorrow I'll be representing the petitioner. You never know, because we are under a duty to ensure that justice is served.
That is true.
Yeah, so just relax. He'll provide information to this honorable court that will make sure that we get a just determination of the issues in question. Now, I see your petition is against one, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, John Mwekenywa, Curtis Jero Mawira, and Jero Leo Omukende. So why have you sued the first respondent, the IBC?
Because the way they conducted the election, because he was also involved.
Why have you sued the third respondent?
Who is the man?
The third respondent is Curtis Jero Mawira.
He is also involved.
Why have you sued Jero Leo Omukende?
Just because he's a beneficiary.
So these are the people who bear responsibility as far as you're concerned.
Yes.
So these are the people who bear the burden
As per this petition.
of this petition,
Yes.
such that if there is anybody else who would bear responsibility, you would ensure that he's listed as a respondent.
I know also you cannot allow that a person who is not there, I know also you cannot allow.
But if somebody has offended the process, the electoral process, the law would entitle you to sue them.
Correct.
I want to take you to the petition that you have lodged before court at ground number 4. At paragraph 28. Where you indicate that a failure to deploy the printed register of voters resulted in unlawful disenfranchisement of duly registered voters, undermined accuracy, and so on it proceeds. So, who are the voters who are unlawfully disenfranchised? Do you know any?
By name?
Yes, by name.
No, you are not.
My Lord, I think some of those questions are for purposes of time management. Some of the issues that Mr. Gashufa dealt with and Mr. Mongera, there's no need of repeating the same question. Because the court will write then find the same thing elsewhere. That question has been asked about 8 times. So let Mr. Kamova please deal with what has not been dealt with so that we can move forward.
Let's move ahead. I don't want to interrupt Kamova.
Yeah, and my Lord, we restrained ourselves when the petitioner's case was being agitated, but we find so many interventions when we are making our post-examination. Here there will
It
be,
is expected during cross-examination.
here there will be time for the examination. So we will request a counsel for the petitioner to save the issues for the examination. We are at liberty to ask all the questions we seek to, we need to ask. So let the witness now answer whether you know of any person who was disenfranchised.
We are looking at paragraph 20.
At paragraph 28.
Your Honor, there is a query which we have repeatedly mentioned here, whereby a certain voter turned up to go and vote because he had voted during 2022 general election, only to find that she cannot make up a vote.
Who's the name of the voter?
She has been transferred outside the county.
Who's the name of the voter?
Somebody, Cecilia, I don't know, Cecilia, can't remember.
Would you be referring to Sister Murugi Jagi?
Correct.
So Sister Murugi Jagi has sworn an affidavit in support of your case. Is that correct?
Yes, Your
And she indicates that she has consistently voted at Gikuyari polling station in every election since the year 2002. So then it would mean that she is a registered voter in Gikuyari.
Correct.
And that she would appear in the register of voters.
Correct.
You have supplied this honorable court with a register of voters. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, I have the copy of the register that you have supplied to this honorable court, and specifically flag the section where we have the Gikuyari police station. So you could point to the court where the name of Sisre Murugi Jagi appears in the register. Either using your register or I can assist you with the register that you have supplied to court.
It doesn't appear. You see what we are saying, Your Honor, is that the register was tampered with. That those people who voted in 2022 would find themselves already, their names already removed.
Okay,
A case in the point is
just a moment. So is Sisre Murugi Jagi registered as a voter in the register you have provided to court?
Cicely,
Yes or no?
she voted in 2022. That is our
Please, let's say on time, right? Because the court has limited time. So if I want further details of proof,
I look for it.
but for now, I'm asking whether she is one Sisre Murugi Jagi. Does she appear as a registered voter in the register?
She is not a voter anymore. She has been removed. That is what I'm saying. She is not.
In the register that you
She is
provided?
not.
The register you have provided is a register for, is that correct?
Yes.
And Sisre is not in the register that is applied.
Yes, she has been removed. That is what we are saying.
So she is not in the register. So that now, when she is not in the register, it was not possible for her name. She has indicated that she has consistently voted at Gikuyari. Is that correct?
Yes.
On this occasion, when she presented herself to vote, the name was not in the register.
Correct.
And the register is for 2022.
The name was not in the KIMS, not registered. There was
Yes.
no physical register.
Yes, it was not in the Kings and it's not in the register. Is that correct? Answer yes or no?
Did not counter check. There was no physical register. She was not in the Kings.
You've confirmed that she's not in this register that you presented. Is that the correct thing?
Yes.
Okay. So now, it would mean that the rest of the information provided in her affidavit with regard to her registration status is incorrect.
I object that. Council, I don't think he can answer that question. He's not the registrar. That is for the registrar to answer. Of YEC. His would be an opinion which I will not record. You can answer it. Give whatever opinion you want, I will not record it. He can't answer that question.
Is I'm posing the question in relation to the affidavit.
No, that you can raise with the witness. He doesn't, he can't speak on behalf of her affidavit. He can't.
All right.
Whatever he says about her affidavit is irrelevant.
I'm guided by law.
Yeah.
So I'll proceed to pose the next question. The information provided to you by Cicely Muridiage that she is a registered voter in the PETITION does not carry with the register. Is that correct?
You see, you are putting it wrong. You are putting it wrong.
Just, if it's wrong, just say it's wrong. Say no or yes.
For that purpose, we are saying something different from what he is asking on. What we are saying.
No. Okay, wait for another question.
Yes.
We are saying from the register you've supplied, the 2022 register, for one reason or the other, whether because she was removed or the register was ordered, Cicely is not in the register you have supplied. Is that a position?
Yes.
That one. So then we shall move to your affidavit. At paragraph 17 of the affidavit.
His affidavit.
Yes. Paragraph 17 of the affidavit in support of both the petition and the application. Paragraph 17.
Is that page 19?
Well, the one I have, my law doesn't seem to be serialized. What I can note is that it is paragraph 17 of the affidavit in support of the petition.
Okay, yeah, that's page 19.
So at paragraph 17, you have deponed that at the briefing, the chairman of the first respondent also admitted to massive political interference in the by-elections by politicians, by the commission stated it improvised with means not prescribed under the law to ensure that everyone voted. Is that still your position?
Yes, you see that.
Was the chairman, to the best of your knowledge, present in any of the polling stations?
It wasn't, but in certain briefing here, there's a clip, what he said.
What he is saying is in support of your petition in your belief.
It's not in support of the belief, but what he was saying is that there was, what he was saying is that in that election, there are politicians who are trying to influence.
Is the chairman listed? Is the chairman of the respondent listed as your witness? Is he coming up as your witness?
No, but what we have is that we have a
It's okay, don't expound. If I want further exposition, I will kindly seek that you do so. Let's go to paragraph 85 of the same affidavit. You have mentioned at Kaungu Primary Polling Station, there was the fourth respondent in the company of Honorable Cecil MBEERE, Honorable Karemba, in the company of armed men who stormed the polling station during voting and started assaulting voters.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how did they assault the voters? Did they do it jointly or individually?
The people accompanying them.
So you confirm that the fourth respondent did not assault anyone? Did
Not
he?
permanent.
Yes.
No.
Honorable Cecil MBEERE, did she assault anybody?
No.
Honorable Karemba?
No.
You have talked about one James Muridi at paragraph 86, and you say that he was shot in the arm by a stray bullet.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have indicated in your documents that he has supplied some documents.
Yes, and he's a witness.
Yes, you have indicated that he has applied a copy of treatment notes.
Yes.
Are you able to exhibit them, the page where they are,
Unless I'm assistant.
through assistance of your counsel?
Yes, we have a medical report from James Muridi.
What page? Which page?
2458. Yes.
458.
2458. 2458.
Those seem to have that page in the documents supplied to us. And I,
My Lord, there are some of the documents that were not clear during the trial, then we supplied. So perhaps, yeah, we can give some physical copies to court and to counsel in some separate pages because the initial one was not legible.
all right, can I look
Yeah, you
at
can use mine.
So now that you have listed James Muridi as a witness, we will spare you the duty to do what he will do when it comes. Then we go to paragraph 88. That's 87, where you have stated on oath that the voters mostly polling stations generally perceived to be the petitioner's strongholds were intimidated, causing several to abandon voting. Are you aware of any voter who abandoned voting?
At Kaongo,
Anyway,
at Kaongo, Your Honor, that is where violence was.
okay, so let me pose my question clearly again. Are you aware of
In
any
the person.
allow the question to come? Are you aware of any voter who abandoned voting?
In person,
Yes.
by name?
Yes.
No.
Then we go to paragraph 88. That the Kenamu polling station, Honorable Alice Wahome, and then there's a lot of information I will not read verbatim, harassed the agents of the petitioner and the voters, and they assaulted some voters was harassed by Honorable Alice Wahome.
The people who accompanying Honorable Alice Wahome, not Alice Wahome in person.
So Honorable Alice Wahome never assaulted or harassed anyone. Who are the people who accompanied her?
Can't remember.
So you don't know any. Who are the people assaulted?
There is, I can't remember by name, but there is a person.
So you can't remember by name.
Yeah.
At paragraph 89, you indicated that at Chicago Social Hall, Honorable Eric Wamumbi stormed in the police station with the rowdy youths causing commotion as residents sought him to leave, and a confrontation emanated as gunshots were fired by persons accompanying him. So what time did Honorable Wamumbi get to Chicago Social Hall police station?
Can't remember the time.
Who are the people in his company? Do you know anyone?
No.
Then we go to paragraph 19. You talk about deployment of police officers. It was your testimony that you have never seen such a number of police officers deployed in an election.
Yes, Your Honor.
How many police officers did you see?
I mean, I never counted that many.
So you don't know the number.
No. It's only the one who deployed them.
We move to paragraph 93, number 93. where you have informed that the fourth respondent had placed his agents in polling stations for purposes of paying bribes to the voters, whereby a voter would be paid between Kenya shillings 200 and 5,000 on condition that they would agree to surrender their national identity card to avert their will. Is that your statement?
Your Honor, since I don't have a particular person we can do with that.
So we strike out
We can strike out that.
paragraph 93.
Yes, Your Honor.
So my lord, we say that paragraph 93 be marked as struck out.
Oh, my lord, an application such as that will perhaps.
The witness, I just said it. You can't override a witness.
But my lord, suppose.
Unless you are going to take instructions that contravene, you can't. He's a witness.
Mr.
And he's
Giro,
testifying, he's a witness.
Yes, my lord.
He is making testimony that he wants something removed.
But my lord,
He may not have been advised.
yeah, what will be the purpose of the re-exam? And how shall we deal with the re-exam when such an issue has arisen and a council has made an application?
You can raise it in your examination and he can reinstate it.
Yeah, the council then cannot make an application to strike
It
it
is not an
out.
application to strike out.
Because that
He
is
just saying that he has struck out, which is what I'm recording.
Yes, my lord.
In your examination, you can correct the position.
Most of like,
Yes.
as long as an
Don't
application is
forget,
not placed.
don't forget. This is his evidence, and you have the opportunity to
We
do
are
it.
most obliged.
I don't know why people are panicking.
No, we are not panicking. Only that I would not have allowed council to make an application such as that because it could have actually been prejudicial to us and it would have made the examination meaningless.
Okay.
Most obliged.
in the fullness of time, the learned counsel, Mr. Giro, and the learned counsel, Mr. Wafuta, may have to take the dog because they want to testify. So, for the avoidance of doubt, the witness is clear that paragraph 93 is B and is hereby pardoned and struck out. We move now to paragraph 94. And this flows from paragraph 93, whereby it stated that further the said agents would bribe the voters on condition that they declare that they were illiterate and in need of assisted voting. This led to an exhaustion of oaths of secrecy forms due to inexplicable influx of persons allegedly in need of assisted voting. From your understanding, Mr. Karaoke,
Yes, Your Honor.
is there a specific number in law of assisted voters that should be allowed in a particular polling station?
No.
So there's no maximum.
No.
So if all the voters are in need of assistance, the law allows them to be assisted.
Yeah.
You allege that there were agents who would bribe the voters on condition that you have outlined. Who are those agents?
They are agents.
Just by name, by way of name. Just
No,
by
no,
name.
by name and I don't have.
You don't have the names. Yes. What about those who are bribed? Do you know them?
By name.
Yes. No. So would you then be minded that paragraph 94 suffers the same predicament as paragraph 93?
No.
So that one you wanted to stay alive,
Yes.
even if it is breathless. Eh?
No, it is alive.
Now, paragraph 95. A gentleman known as Digadoro, who was not a registered voter, who was engaging in bribery of voters in favor of the fourth respondent.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have said that he approached two voters, namely Stephen Kiarie and Susan Keddy, with an offer for 200 if they would vote for the fourth respondent and take photographs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did Stephen Kiarie take the offer for 200 shillings? Tested properly. Then we go to paragraph 96. That at Kaungu polling station within our ward, one Mr. Kitinji, an agent of the fourth respondent, was blatantly distributed. Because there is a grammatical error there. Money in Kenya shillings 500 denominations, influencing voters entering the station. Do you know Mr. Kitinji?
I don't know Mr. Keleji, Your Honor.
You don't know Mr. Kitinji. But you know that he was distributing money. Is that correct?
That's important, but still again, I don't have.
So you heard that he was distributing money?
Yeah.
All right. So you heard that he was distributing money?
Yeah.
All right. Then we go to paragraph 97. He proceeded to oversee the counting and the tallying of the votes without the participation of my agents. So it is your evidence that CS Rocco oversaw the counting of votes in Gitagori.
We have a witness for that. I was not there, Your Honor.
Because I'm looking at your affidavit. If it was the affidavit of the witness, I would have spared you because I don't want to subject you to too much pressure. And now, if we don't get the answer from you, now the other witness will not be able to respond on your affidavit.
This information is coming from the agent.
So you are told, right?
Yeah, I was told.
So you are also told, but never saw CS Rocco tallying the votes.
Never saw.
You never saw him tallying the votes. You indicate that he arrived with rowdy youths who had attacked and ejected the agents of the petitioner and other candidates.
Yes.
So CS Rocco ejected the agents.
Yes, I was told by the agent.
As you were told.
Yes, Your Honor.
But not as you saw.
I never saw it. I was not there.
Okay. But you do not deem it necessary to indicate that. This question had been posed. Who was your agent at Gitagori?
There was Mr. Gilford, but for the purpose of
Gitagori polling station, as can be confirmed from the polling station diary, were Michael Moredi Jue and Gilbert Duiga Gary were expelled from the polling station before counting and tallying, where the presiding officers were superintended by CS Rocco and armed goons in absence of my agents.
I stand by that.
So your agent was one Michael Moredi Jue and Gilbert Duiga Gary.
Correct, that is what I'm saying all along.
And Gilbert Duiga Gary is not listed as a witness.
Could not be written this time, but we have Gilbert.
Get me correctly. Is Gilbert
Duiga Gary listed as one of their witnesses? I don't think. Alright, it's not. Here, Michael Moredi Jue, you are saying that Michael Moredi Jue and Gilbert Duiga